Well, it's a beautiful evening here in Gaddafi Stadium, Lahore, as we enter the fifth and the final T20 International. It's the Bank Al Fallah presents Jazz T20 series between Pakistan and New Zealand. Well, great to be here on pitchside. Well, Pakistan have to win this game. It's literally a must-win for them. New Zealand have won their last two games and obviously will be looking to secure the series. Whereas Pakistan, on the other hand, lots of questions for them. And they'd be hoping that by the end of this T20, a lot of those questions are answered. With me, I've got Waqar Yunus and Bazid Khan in the studio on pitch side. Huge game for Pakistan because of so many reasons. The fact that they've got to win the series, trying out different combinations as well. Just the importance of this game for you, Waqar.
Look, they can't win the series. I mean, they can draw the series. I think that should be the aim. Pakistan should look to win this game. There are a lot of experiments being done and a lot of things being spoken even before the series, that they want to try out the guys, they want to see who fits in for the World Cup, and I think they've done their experiments. I think this game is very, very crucial. You know, the big crowd comes here at Lahore always, and they want to see Pakistan win, and I'm sure Pakistan will have proper plans and they will come out hard and they'll look to win this game.
All right, Baz, what do you think just generally about Pakistan's chances? Of course, you know, it's not been great in that previous T20, but they've got to come out and bring in their A game because, like I said, obviously can't win the series, but they can look to draw it.
Yeah, they just need to play better. They've obviously had new players in and they've experimented with that, but still the quality of playing hasn't been prevalent throughout the series. Even in the first game, they bowled them out beautifully with the ball, but the batting lacked a bit of intent. Although we won pretty easily, but it lacked intent. Now moving forward, yes, you talk about the World Cup in June in USA and West Indies. How are you going to play that? What brand of, I don't like using the word brand of cricket, but what type of cricket are you going to play there? Are you going to be that same Pakistan side of old, which banks on a very good finish to the innings to get to a good total, or are you going to go bang bang and keep going bang bang from the start to the end? That is the type of thing that they've got to decide on and then stick to it.
Well, one area of concern for Pakistan is actually their power hitting ability. The lack of sixes has been a standout aspect for Pakistan overall as a side, especially when you compare it. You know, it's all very relative. And this pretty much tells you a story. We'll be talking about this in detail after the break. But 45 matches, 224 sixes, 224 sixes. But just look at where they stand. Literally towards the end, you've got Ireland and Zimbabwe beneath Pakistan. But you've got Afghanistan above Pakistan in terms of their hitting ability as well. So it's definitely been an area that Pakistan have to look at. Because when you talk about T20 cricket, that's the one area where Pakistan has been lacking overall. We'll be taking a short break. Of course, all the areas that Pakistan need to work on, we'll be talking about that more in detail. Well, it's a must-win game for Pakistan if they are to draw this series. That's pretty much the case for them. New Zealand have been quite brilliant. Remember, they came into Pakistan with a second-string side, but they've done rather well. Pakistan have a lot of answers and questions that we're looking at overall. When you look at the performance in the series, we're ready with the toss for now. It's over to Arooj Mumtaz, who's out there with the two captains.
Welcome to the Gaddafi Stadium for the one final time for this fifth T20I of the Bank Al Fallah presents Jazz 5-match series between Pakistan and New Zealand. Remember, New Zealand lead by 2-1. So let's get right into it with the toss. I've got the two captains for Pakistan, Babar Azam, Michael Bracewell for New Zealand, and Andy Pycroft to make sure everyone behaves. For home captain, you've got the coin. Let's go.
Heads.
Heads is the call.
Head it is.
And New Zealand have won the toss. Michael, what are you going to do and why?
We're going to have a bowl. I think we saw the other night that it turned a little bit in the first innings and was a little bit slow, and then with the dew it sort of came on a little bit nicer. So hopefully similar conditions today.
Well, you've batted first and won that one. You bowled first in the other one. 2 good wins on the trot. What is the talk in the camp in order to win the series, which is going to be after quite a while for New Zealand and the subcontinent?
Yeah, look, we don't want to get too ahead of ourselves. We just want to keep trying to learn and grow as cricketers on this tour, and I think that's put us in good stead to win games. But yeah, we're just focusing on what we can do, which is adjust to the different surfaces and try to put a good show on.
The focus of the 11 tonight?
Yeah, so 3 changes again tonight.
All right.
So Tim Seifert back in, Cole McConkey comes in, and Zach Folks comes in as well.
Well, brilliant. You remember the 3 changes. Good luck, and good luck for the game. Thanks for chatting with us.
Thanks so much. Cheers. All the best, man.
Babar, would you have also bowled first?
To be honest, no, we have a bad first today because of pitches look like good. So always in lower batting first and runs on the board and put pressure on them.
So you've got what you wanted. In terms of a total, it is a surface which got about 400 plus runs in a Peshawar Zalmi PSL game. What do you think a par or above par score should be?
In the whole, because of the pitch is good. So we are looking for 180, 190 is par score is here. So we are utilized for 6 overs, very crucial, and then finish well. And middle over is very crucial because we are struggling on the middle over. So we had discussion that thing in the dressing room. So we have a step up for in this 4-5 overs.
Okay, you need to draw the series. Obviously, that you'll be looking for the victory. What is your 11 looking like tonight?
Only one change.
Okay.
Zaman is not playing, change is playing.
Okay, just one last question. Do you think you've achieved everything you wanted in terms of preparation from this series?
Yes, because of as we say, we have a different combination in every match. We had decided to different in the batting, in the bowling, and sometimes it's new bowlers starting with the spinners, and sometimes it's fast bowlers. So we would just try to different combination, and we see where we are sent. And yes, but today is we have a very hopeful we have win this match.
Brilliant stuff, Babar. Thanks for chatting to us, and good luck for the match. Right, so the news from the centre is that New Zealand have won the toss and will have a bowl first. And what the surface will look like and how it plays out in terms of bowling, well, it looks a very, very good batting track. Even better than the one which yielded again 178 from a couple of days ago. Has this beautiful sheen on it. Doesn't look too dry either. So maybe the spin does come into play, but you imagine the new hard ball will come onto the bat. Remember, like I said to Babar, this particular surface, pitch number 5, yielded more than 400 runs in a very recent PSL game. So all in all, I think batters will have a really good day.
Well, New Zealand winning the toss and they have elected to bowl first. Interesting thoughts from Babar as well, because he said he would have liked to bat first as well. Clearly a strategy that didn't work in the previous game, Vakar.
Look, both captains are happy, which is good for everyone, and I think the pitch looks really good. And this is a pitch where, scoring is quite easy. So I think New Zealand captain won the toss and bowling first because he feels that there'll be a little bit of dew later on, and it was the case in the previous matches that their spinners struggled a touch, I think, in the game, and I think that's the reason they've done that.
All right, there you go. You heard it from Vakar Yunus as well. New Zealand are fielding first. We're going to take a short break, and when we do come back, we'll be having a closer look at the teams. Remember, Shaheen Shah Afridi is playing today instead of Zaman Khan. Back on pitch side, and New Zealand have won the toss and they are fielding first. Pakistan with one change. Vakar, Shaheen Shah Afridi comes in. No Naseem Shah.
Yeah, no Naseem Shah, and Pakistan thin in their batting. That's what I feel, because you're playing 2 all-rounders, Imad Wasim and Shadab in the top 6 or 7, should I say. And then, the last 4 for Pakistan, heavy on the bowling side. They have got 3 genuine spinners, and then they've got good pace attack without a doubt. But I feel that they're thin in batting, because once you lose early wickets, the problem starts how to bat then. Then that stat which you were talking about earlier, 6 hitting stat, come into play. Then the fear comes into play. So I feel that they're thin in their batting. They've got way too many bowlers in the side.
All right, whatever changes New Zealand makes seems to be working for them best.
Yeah, it seems as if whoever gets runs gets rested in the next game. You've got Tim Robinson not playing, Dean Foxcroft not playing, and you've got Seifert back in at top. And then you've got for the off-spinner McConkey and Zach Folks. So they're rotating all their squad, and they just feel that this is the opportunity, not just for the team, but for individual as well, to get experience in foreign conditions and also international experience. That's the positive that they go through.
Absolutely, lots of positives for the New Zealand cricket team. Now, in the previous T20, we had a look at Waqar Younis's squad for that T20 World Cup that we are all sort of eyeing. Now, let's have a look at Bazid Khan's squad and compare the two in expert predictions. All right, so we managed to see what Waqar Younis has in terms of his squad. But let's have a look at Bazid's squad and see what he's got. What kind of changes has he made? How different is it from Waqar Younis's side? Because you remember, we're looking at getting the best combination possible. So just in terms of his combination, the main things that we're seeing, Bazid, from you, that you've got Amir Jamal, who's the fast bowling all-rounder in your team. And the other aspect of your team is that there's no Usama Mir.
Yeah, I just think that Ibrar, Shadab, Imad, and then you've got Iftikhar and even Saim Ayub. You've got so many spinners in the squad that you could do away with one. And if they need be, you want a fast bowling all-rounder. And the fast bowling all-rounder I could think of is somebody like an Amir Jamal, who, although doesn't have a great record, but stands up in big moments. He's got a temperament to be able to do that. Also, one more change that I have is Mohammad Haris. We talked about players who can hit the ground running and score quickly. He's one of those players. We pigeonhole him and say, okay, he's just an opener. He's got very good record in the power play. But remember, go back to the T20 World Cup in Australia. He played down the order and made an impact with that as well. He's one player who won't waste anything. He'll go out there and attack from ball one.
Your thoughts, Waqar? Amir Jamal as a fast bowling all-rounder, we were talking about the fact that, that's the one area where Pakistan is not as blessed with so many options as some of the other teams.
Yeah, I don't mind him, him, because he brings, energy on the field also, because he's got, bowling, of course, is very good, and then his batting is pretty decent also. He's proved it in Australia. But that was Test match cricket. One-day cricket is T20 cricket is very different. Yeah, that's the probably only difference. But more or less a very similar team to what I feel. I got Haris, Rauf in the side just purely because he's got pace and experience.
And remember, we don't get paid to select these players.
There you go. Free.
Free.
Well, there you heard it from the experts in terms of who they want in their squads for that T20 World Cup. That was the expert predictions for you. I think we heard Babar Azam mention the fact as well that they really do struggle in the middle overs, and one of the reasons is because that six-hitting ability in that middle period and overall generally for Pakistan cricket has been a concern throughout. Let's talk about this, Waqar. I mean, just in terms of sixes per match, there you go. Pakistan is literally in the bottom three.
Yeah, I mean, this is a very ugly sort of stat when you look at Pakistan right at the bottom. But I feel it's not about hitting sixes only. It's just the fear of going after the bowlers. I feel that Pakistan struggle at times. They start having that fear of losing matches, and that's why they don't take risks at times. You see them in the PSL, you see them playing in the leagues, different leagues. They all are capable of hitting those big sixes, but it's just when they come to international cricket, that fear factor just comes in, and then they just freeze. They don't really know how to sort of hit those sixes. I still believe they got it in them. It's just a matter of going out there and expressing themselves. Just be positive.
Be positive then, Baz. Your thoughts as well? Quick thoughts.
I think up top you need more sixes. We sort of leave it too late. We get right to the bottom end and then we start believing that we can clear the rope.
All right, there you heard it from Bazid Khan as well, that you're looking at that top. It's at the top order that you expect more sixes from, utilizing that power play to the max. When you know that you have the fielders inside the circle is when you really try and clear. So let's see if we can see those changes from Pakistan today, because it's so important to play that brand of cricket that Bazid was mentioning on pitch side today. Right then, we're ready now with all the action. See you guys on the other side with the match live.